Hello, friends. We are about to start playing David Cage's masterpiece, potentially trash fire, probably the second. Detroit, Become Human. Did you know that Flint still doesn't have clean water? That's what's on my mind right now. But also, hey, we're gonna update our game. We're gonna hop into Detroit. Look at that. Detroit, we are becoming human. I've played a little bit of this game last year at E3. Played a fair amount of it. And it's something else. I like heavy rain. I shouldn't like heavy rain. Also, since we're not quite starting yet, I'm using like an ASMR voice. How are you today? Please relax. We're just going to enjoy ourselves. I'm letting people know on social media and other platforms that yes, we are playing Detroit Become Human. I highly recommend, if you're a reader of Kotaku.com, that you check out the review that my coworker Kirk Hamilton has done. Let's kill some of that music and let's get started, because I think I see some things on the screen.
These language settings were detected on your console. Are they correct?
So there's a robot here. Okay, I should probably not do the ASMR voice anymore. Hello, friends. This is Heather. We are playing Detroit Become Human, a game by David Cage.
What's up, everybody?
Infamous David Cage. This is one of my favorite people in the world. This is Paul Tamayo, our video producer. We stream together a lot because he's my dear friend, my friendo.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Good times. So they have detected all of these things. For the purposes of this stream, I'm actually going to put subtitles up really large in case maybe audio is weird.
Please adjust
Or
your
like we're
screen
clowning on the
settings.
game and you can't see everything. Oh, it's really running me through everything. We're going to go a little brighter because I find that's a little bit better for stream
Thank
stuff
you.
as well.
Now select your profile.
Thank you. Now select your profile. Casual or experienced. I've played many a game, but I know some people have accused me of being, ready friends, fucking casual. We'll play experienced because I've done plenty of David Cage stuff before. We will talk about David Cage once
When
we get
this
stuff
sign is
going.
displayed, please do not turn off your console.
Hello, friends. Don't
You are now ready to
don't
begin
hesitate to
intro.
ask us questions in
Oh,
chat.
yeah.
Remember,
Just be careful
This
about
is
doing
not
it during
just
action
the
sequences,
story.
so I don't screw up.
This
Oh, our boy
is our
Eric's saying
future.
massive subs.
Hey, Ava.
So we got to put up.
What's up,
we gotta
Eric?
make them real big.
Eric Van Allen.
Big boy subs.
So Detroit Become Human. This is a game set, I believe, about 20 or 30 years in the future.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you go.
so there we go, about 20
Nice.
years in the future. Big jump into a speculative future where there are androids and people are racist against the androids, because of course they are. But we're probably not going to really talk about the racist allegories or anything oppressive wise, because David Cage likes to have his cake and then eat your cake too.
Damn, hot takes for you.
I think David Cage. So here's my spiel on David Cage. We'll talk about some other stuff
me,
with David
hit me.
Cage later. I think this is a dude who's made a couple good moments in games. Heavy Rain has the Lizard Trial, where you can cut off your own finger. Fahrenheit, in the States called Indigo Prophecy, has the opening, which I think is actually a really good opening of the game, where your character gets possessed and commits a murder inside of a bathroom. That's cool. This is a man who apes cinema, but in certain cases nails it. For reference, this is also a man whose studio recently was accused of many different labor malpractices.
Yo, talk that talk, Heather.
Which Quantic Dream has denied, categorically has denied allegations of things like sexism in the workplace and bad crunch and everything. I'm mentioning it now because we need to mention it, or I think we should mention it. For those of you who are interested in what's going on with that story, when my coworker Cecilia D'Anastasio met with Cage at an event about this game, he informed Kotaku that he is currently going to be suing journalists in France for those things, which is a lot. That is one heavy thing to do. He's going to sue journalists at Le Monde and a couple other places because I guess that's just a thing he's going
That's
to
just
do.
the thing you gonna do, huh?
So if you haven't gathered by all this rambling, I have a fraught relationship with what I think this game is. By which I mean, I'm curious about it. I kind of want to sit down and examine it and critique it in good faith. But I also have reservations about a creator who's had a history of very problematic writing,
Definitely.
who gets by on only a couple interesting moments, and who very recently, as I stated, was accused of labor stuff.
Facts.
So I want to show you guys this game, but
let's
I also
just-
want to be like, be
just a
aware that
heads
this
up.
is weird.
Yeah, just a footnote.
But hey, so I played this at E3. We were playing as a robot named Connor.
Do you know if it's been behaving strangely?
He's been
before
called
this?
into a hostage situation
Got a clue.
to
Does it matter?
I need
talk down
information to determine the
another
best approach.
android. This can go a lot of different ways.
Yeah, so
which
this is a
is-
PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, this is a
the
PS4
application.
exclusive.
First
This
thing
can go a
you
lot
try.
of different ways. When I watched this at E3, I saw people fail, I saw people succeed.
That kid is all that
But this
matters.
is the first sequence in the
you deal
game,
with
so
this
it's hard to
fucking
say
android
whether or
now.
not they'll actually let me
I'll
fail
take
big
care of
time and then just not have a character for the rest of the game. Like that seems really daunting, but you never know. But like in Heavy Rain, they marketed that very heavily, going, oh, you can lose a character at any time.
They could
and
die,
the answer is like they could only die at like very preordained points.
Right.
And even then, one character could not die until like the very final scene. He always had to make it. Well, he didn't always have to make it to the final scene, but like either he could get arrested, but there was no thing. He was the father who always went through like all the bad stuff, and at no point was the game like, oh, during the bad stuff you can just have bad things happen to you. They were like, these games very often want to have the illusion of deep choice or heavier things without actually committing to those things, which is always very strange to me. Again, have its cake and eat your cake too.
So let's walk through what's happening at the moment, because
Yes.
Ninja so nicely asked that he'd like to sort of follow along and see
Okay,
what's
cool.
going on.
So it is the future. It's 20 years in the future. There are androids. We are playing as a police model called Connor. His name is Connor, and we are called in to help negotiate a hostage situation involving another android who has taken someone hostage. The family is not very pleased that we are doing this because, robot racism and things like that. The mother was very histrionic. They're like, "You're sending in an android? You're sending in one of them?" I could just walk out to the elevator and leave.
Just be like, be out.
So this is a demo that you can actually play this, I believe, by downloading a version of this on PSN right now, which is so if you're curious in how these things actually work, if you have a PlayStation 4, you can actually check it out.
So you're analyzing
Yeah.
the clues.
One thing we might want to do is maybe check our levels on the game itself so that people can hear it a little bit more.
I can bring them up a little bit.
Yeah. Not to be a hassle, but people want to hear the game a little bit more. But I am going to be talking over it because I have thoughts and feelings about this game. I want these sorts of games to succeed. I really, really do. But I also have... I've never really seen Heavy Rain or Fahrenheit or anything like that really succeed.
So I'll turn up the
besides
audio
in
for the game
moments.
just a
Yeah.
little bit.
So I'm trying to look for one more clue on this guy's body. There we go. So it's a very gamey thing. We're finding clues. We're doing like a Batman reconstruction thing to have more information about the crime, so that we can talk the other robot down. This is,
That's pretty neat.
I'm into like future aesthetics, but my general fear is that this is not going to have as much going on in it, in
Sure.
the sense that like it's going to have all this future tech, but you're never really going to use that future tech too smartly. I mean, this is okay, right?
Yeah.
It's visually evocative in certain ways, but that's an artist taking a concept of like, hey, we want a thing where he can like view the past or something and really running with it. Because the one thing I won't deny about this game certainly is that it looks good and has some interesting aesthetic stuff to it. Although, to my understanding, they also don't completely go forward with the future stuff, because it's only so far in the future.
700 Android has been registered. CyberLife thanks you for your purchase.
Someone says they can't wait to start playing this tonight. I hope you have a good time with it for sure. Again, like I said, I'm still kind of hesitant about some certain things. I need to get more information.
Quick question from Tim here.
Hi.
He's wondering if we're going to play this particular branch again multiple times just to see the other different outcomes.
So, I don't think we will at the moment, if only because I think people have seen this scenario a fair amount of times, either through the demo or from people previewing it with footage that was provided by Sony or things like that. And I would rather have us go a little further into the game to show you guys, sort of what happens, even though I don't really want to repeat stuff too much. Is there anything else in this room for me to look for? David Cage likes putting all sorts of stuff inside rooms. There we go. The child didn't hear gunshots. Does that increase my probability? I'm totally down for like looking through stuff and finding out what happened, but I also it's so weird to like have the game like really outline things. I think it would almost be more interesting if the game really forced you to memorize certain facts. There are small versions of that have happened in games before. The one that I'm thinking of off the top of my head is like in Call of Duty World War I, there was a thing where you were actually a spy and you had to always respond. Like people would look at your papers and be like, hey, where are you from? Like, where are you going? Who are you meeting with? And if you got that wrong and you didn't check that stuff, then you would fail.
I like when games do that.
And I kind of like the idea of having, I get it, like you want people to be able to play this game in a more accessible way, but I'm also into like,
Just challenge someone a little bit.
yeah, I'm kind of into the idea that like, I think games can afford to sometimes trust their players a little bit more, in the sense that like, you know, if people are gonna get invested or anything like that, they're gonna focus and take care of stuff.
So, Blue, to answer your question, I think we're just going to kind of play through and see, kind of do our best in this first try.
Yeah.
And then I Am Veggie's also asking if there's like a timeline so we can sort of replay certain moments. I think there is, right?
So in most games, you're able to go back to previous scenes and change that sort of stuff. So like in Heavy Rain, you could go back and like replay a chapter, and it would you would just start over with whatever happened in that chapter. Beyond Two Souls did something similar. I imagine there's a way for me to go to a chapter select in this game and go back if I wanted to replay or alter the outcome of something. It would be very strange to me if that was not something that the game allowed, because it's something that has existed in basically every other game that Quantic Dream has sort of made. So things like that would be good. And especially a game that, like, kind of like I was alluding to before, feels like it kind of really wants to kind of hold your hand a little bit anyway.
Right.
Is, like, of course it's going to give you those options if you're not happy. So we're gonna have a gun here. Which I'm gonna take.
Oh, yeah, take that.
Because there are ways that, right, it's like you can end this and not have the gun or whatever. That probability is like really kind of varied though. Look at it, it's the future, so we have future books.
Future books.
Man, like that's my thing, is science fiction, like science fiction has this opportunity to really look at deeply speculative futures and use those extremes to do all sorts of stuff. And my big worry about this game, which I think is something that Kirk kind of confirmed in his review, is that the game's just never going to really do that.
Right.
It's going to be too much of like, what if androids, but also like, basically this is still all the same, except for and I don't get it. Well, I kind of do, but also it's like, man, you're setting this in Detroit. You want to, which has its own connotations about things like this game. I know this game eventually has riots. What are you doing with that? What are you trying to say? And I don't know if the game knows what it wants to say. My guess is that it probably doesn't know what it wants to say. Besides, he's like,
Are robots human?
yeah, and like if I want that, I could play Nier or something, right?
Yeah.
I can even play like, I can even just go back and play the original Deus Ex. Screw it, for people in chat, I could play Deus Ex Invisible War,
Damn, take it back.
which has actually some really cool stuff in it, even though it's actually not a good game broadly. I worry that this, I don't know, I think the game probably wants to be taken
What the fuck are
super more seriously than it's probably gonna earn. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe I get surprised in these next couple of scenes. First thing, somebody says, first thing I would do is check the fridge.
I agree with Sid. He's like, no one's bugging out over
Don't
that.
come any closer or I'll jump!
Right, and here's the thing, like maybe, so the concept of like, hey, go in, do a hostage negotiation, tense opening thing, I understand why somebody would be like, that's how we want to open the game, but also like,
Hi, Daniel!
hey,
My name is Connor.
it's so broad,
How do you know my
right?
name?
It's like he has the
I know
kid,
a lot
of
things
course.
about you. I've come to get you out of this.
I can walk towards him. I always think that like scenes like this are always made by people who have an image in their head more than
Not
they
going to
have
hurt you.
like a
Just want to
script.
talk and find a
at
solution.
first. I get the sense that
Start with that first.
I get the sense that
Too late
these
for that now.
scenes are connected
Too late.
mostly by loose connected
You
thread.
aren't.
It's like the opposite
yes.
of the screenplay.
Yeah, just
I have
tying
a gun.
together moments without
Drop
much
it.
actually in between them. Heavy Rain
No
had that
sudden
problem.
moves or I'll shoot.
Beyond had that problem too. It went places.
There.
Went all over
No
the
more
place.
gun. I know you and Emma were very close. You think she betrayed you, but she's done nothing wrong. She lied to me.
Just gonna see if I
thought
can't
she
fuck this
loved
up.
me.
I would rather not. That'd be very disappointing.
But I was wrong.
But we have to live with our
She's
choices.
just like all the other
Right? The
humans.
deep choices we have to make. Another kid in a David Cage game whose
They were
French
going to
accent
replace
is
you,
like very
and you
French.
became upset. That's what happened, right?
I like that camera movement at the very
I
least.
thought I was part of the family. I thought I mattered,
Stretching for compliments.
but I was just their toy. Something to throw away when you're done with it. Listen, I know it's not your fault. These emotions you're feeling are just errors in your software.
That might
No.
make him angry.
It's not my fault. I never wanted this.
Come on, dude.
I love them,
Don't shoot
You know?
the robot.
but I was nothing to them. Just a slave to be ordered around.
Making the comparison. Are you gonna do with
There it
it?
is.
Are you gonna do anything with it, Detroit? Probably not.
I can't stand that noise anymore.
Set in Detroit.
Tell that helicopter to
Talk
get
about
out of here.
slaves.
Yeah. Some bold swings there.
I don't know. Don't throw the punches if you don't have an intention for those things to actually.
There.
I'm sorry.
I did what you wanted.
I mean, it's fair to be critical, you know. It's like, I mean, Alex is sort of in the chat being like, you know,
You have to trust me,
why are you
Daniel.
starting out not liking
Let
the
the
game? It's not
hostage
so
go,
much
and I
that. It's
promise
just that we've already kind of
everything will
discussed
be
things
fine.
And I also like.
previous reservations and stuff.
want-
I come into this
leave.
having played pretty much everything except Omicron,
And I want a car. When I'm outside
which
the
has
city, I'll
David
let her
Bowie
go.
in it, which is wild. But I've played Fahrenheit.
That's impossible, Daniel.
I've
Let the
played
girl go, and I promise you won't be hurt.
Heavy Rain. I've played Beyond. All sorts
I
of
don't
I
things.
played
wanna
those
die.
two games. I haven't played the other ones.
You're not going to die. We're just going to talk.
So I enter
Nothing
into
will
this
happen
with
to you. You have my
skepticism
word.
that's largely informed by actual experience playing David
Okay.
Cage games. There are things I
trust
love
you.
about Heavy Rain.
Sure.
There are some scenes in it that are great. There's also the only black guy in that game is basically a snarling dude named Rat Jack. He's a criminal. The first time we're introduced to the female character in that game, the protagonist, it's so that she can go into the shower, strip naked, and then be harassed by weird
Just
men in the middle of the
dudes,
night running
yeah.
around in a apartment in her panties.
You lied to me, Connor.
Even if I see this moment and I think, oh, hostage negotiation, this moment was cool, but also I come into this playing other games where I go, I am skeptical as shit. Right, people are saying you know what to expect from a David Cage game, and that's true. And I think at this point he's had a lot of games for us to kind of form those opinions.
And the other thing too is I mean, we were previously just mentioning how we liked a certain thing or whatever, and there are aspects of the game that are enjoyable for sure, like the performances.
Oh, whoa, hold on. Also, somebody was saying, you say performances. Someone in chat was saying the voice acting is really good. That's
is.
definitely true. I hear
Yeah.
Clancy Brown is in this game. If you don't remember him, he was the Kurgan in Highlander, which is really good. So this is the
Throwback.
scene's flowchart. Jesus,
Man, look at that.
I'm actually-
That's pretty cool.
I'm actually into this. I
Yeah.
suppose. Can I zoom? Yeah, there we go. So these are all things that can happen.
I like that
here.
they keep it hidden. That's
If
neat.
I get close enough. I kind of like that. I think it's probably made to look more complicated than it actually is in application. But in theory, that means there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 outcomes to the scene.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine a lot of them are very similar. Hey, sniper shot him, or hey, he jumped off the thing with another dude, or you shot him, or whatever. I could have kept that gun and done all sorts of stuff.
Right.
So I'm always down with the idea of choices and branches and narratives, but I can check the world stats,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
which is something that's really nice. So a lot of people thus far of getting rid of the helicopter are friendly. a lot of people not being honest about that gun.
I feel like there was a game that did that very recently. I can't remember, but I like when it tells you what everyone else has done.
Yeah,
just
I
so
mean,
you
I
kinda
think
see
it's
where you fit.
I think it's that happens a ton. I mean, it's built into like the end of Telltale games, right? Of like,
Yeah, that's what
how
it is.
many
That's what it
people
is.
did you save Carly or did you save God? What's the other guy's name? Doug.
Yeah, like
If
you
I
and
remember Walking
everybody
Dead
else.
season 1, like
Cooks 10,000
part of the big thing
Come on,
about
Zoe,
narrative
let's go.
games or the social experience of narrative games isn't
and
just
handles the kids' homework.
watching them with a friend or whatever, but it's also
Can I help?
knowing what other people did
Honey,
and
it
talking
looks
about it's a
amazing.
like these are
This is
water
exactly
cooler
what we
games,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they have just enough of that prestige television pretension to be like, it's the same way like I watch Westworld and I think Westworld right now is garbage, but I watch it because I can talk about it with people, and I think these games are very similar in a lot of ways. And I say that as somebody who was kind of into season 1 of Westworld.
At night,
Right now it's really weird.
an excellent choice.
Yeah, I haven't caught up to that show.
If you'll just
Interested,
follow me,
though.
we'll process the order.
It's also like we mentioned before, like what in Kirk's review, it's so topical, and you kind of want to see what the version of the future exists, where like Alexa and Google Home and Siri kind of go wrong, and maybe there are some cultural events,
There it is.
historic events that shift the narrative a little
It's a
bit
bit
more. and
difficult getting it back and working.
according to his review, I don't think it really kind
It
of
was
goes
really
there.
messed
I think my
up.
thing is
What'd
that
you say happened to it again?
games are in a really
car
good
hit.
opportunity to present those
Stupid accident.
speculative worlds. Like Valhalla is a cyberpunk game I think is really
Anyway,
good.
it's as good as new
Because
now,
it
except that we had to
talks about
reset
certain
it.
things.
Meaning we
Even
had
though
to
there's a
make
lot of
its
Chan
memory.
culture shit in
I
there.
hope you don't mind.
It still talks about things
Okay.
using
Did you give it a
much
name?
more broad and
My daughter
interesting,
did.
like interesting things than
AX400.
otherwise.
Register your name.
Here we go. Name.
Kara.
My name is Kara.
Remember when we made that thing in like 2015 and we eventually turned it into a game? That's kind of what happened here. Because it started out, Kara was a tech demo for Quantum Dream.
Is that how Heavy Rain started as well?
Heavy Rain had a tech demo where it was one of the actresses interviewing for a part. David Cage likes to really present his things as film. Lance Henriksen, really? Oh, he's got that wonderful, strong voice. So that's what they did. At the beginning of Fahrenheit, or some versions of Fahrenheit, David Cage actually introduces the game, almost like somebody in a director's cut introducing things.
Actual like the Detroit landmark.
Yeah, like,
Have you been to Detroit?
I've been to Detroit once.
Yeah, same. I went to the auto show.
Yeah, it was passing through. This is a very Heavy Rain moment of like, here you're... Except in Heavy Rain, of course, there'd be more rain.
I mean, it feels
Heavy
like
Rain showed everybody's face. It was really weird.
it just
That-
rained though. If you look
yeah.
at the floor.
That's true. So, yeah. The tech demo was in 2012? Was that Kara or was that something else?
I'm not sure.
Lots of time for people to be working crunch. Goddamn. I mean, like, let's talk about it.
Nah, we should talk about it.
Right, like,
See, there's some like pretty heavy commentary there,
yeah, but like,
and it's like,
Deus Ex kind of does that too, about the
Right,
idea of like, hey, maybe people with enhanced bodies will be able to get like better labor jobs or something like that, and other people who can't afford. But also, it's like, here's my thing: if like this dude's buying an Android, a goddamn Android, he's not in a nice part of town. How is he affording an Android?
yeah.
Like there are economic things that I'm curious about that I don't think the game will ever discuss. And Deus Ex pays like lip service to those things, but at least it like mentions them a bit of like, hey, you can get like cheap like augmentations, or like, they're available enough that some people get worn out by them.
Hey, it's Jesse Williams.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I like this dude.
I like Jesse Williams.
I will just to answer Alan and Mr. Flowers. I'm gonna tell Tim to play this game. I think he might have already played a little bit of this game,
I
but
feel like Tim
I'll suggest it.
will not be super into things in
Yeah,
this game.
I'll suggest it though. I'll pass the message along.
I don't know. So I guess my question is like, what is the, like, we've been talking about labor. Like, what are the economics of this?
Right.
How cheaply can you buy what is basically
Hey, water.
like a slave? And like, do they talk about that? Do they talk about the fact that like certainly rich people must have more of these? I don't think they will. Also, like, man, like, I guess when we're talking about like future getting to be more speculative, it's like all I see are just like some more billboards and stuff. I just played Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and like granted, there was a ton more weird stuff in that, but also a big part of that was like, here's Munich, and Munich just had like more lights.
Yeah. It's just like more neon billboards.
Like, just go for it, man. Like, do something cool. But I guess the argument that I would probably hear is, well, if it's not so similar to our world, how would you empathize?
Yeah, the according to Tim, the Quantic Dream Kara tech demo was in 2012, March 10th.
Wow, Jesus.
Yeah.
That was
Thanks, Tim.
50 years ago.
Yeah, that was 50 years ago.
50
today.
years ago. Remember waking up this morning?
It's a fire tweet. Heather got the fire tweets.
Man, every time I see that retweeted, I know shit's going down.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Do paint stores look like that usually? This is a very fancy paint store. It makes me think of there's a book scene in Fahrenheit where you go to look for some information in a book.
Identification.
And the guy
verified.
is he has like a really hard like old school Chinese man stereotypical accent.
Here's
And
your order
then
number
it turns out he's
847.
faking and he's like, yeah,
That
I
will
got
be
you. But it's you still have a guy who's like,
Please confirm.
it's like, what the hell?
Pay.
Yeah, tell me more about this stuff, right? Tell me more about how this thing functions.
Transaction complete.
Like, how do these androids work? Who can afford them? What
Oh,
what is
yeah.
their effect on the economy?
Yeah, Iron Forward is pointing out that the NPC earlier said that they cost $8,000 basically for one of them. That's
$8
a lot.
grand?
That's a lot of bread.
You shitting me?
Are we adjusting for inflation 20 years from now?
Who the fuck has $8 grand for anything these
That's
days?
a lot of bread.
You know what I'm never having? A house.
Yeah, what's a house?
You know what I'm not ever affording? A fucking android.
By age 35, you should have at
See,
least...
I would be interested in a weird,
half an
messed up
android.
future where only like rich old people have androids and we still have to like
Oh,
buy
shit.
McDonald's every fucking
That's
night.
fucked up.
Heather, what did you eat tonight?
Chicken nuggets.
Someone's like, oh, my android made us a delicious steak, and I just go, man, I bought like instant chicken nuggets.
Yo, I had some instant ramen.
I woke up, I made more content, and you know, did it. Oh, so cool. Okay, so this is gonna be fun. Ready? Characters in David Cage World are characters from David Cage World. So, look at this dude's gonna get in our
Guys,
face.
check it out. We got one of those tin cans
Looks
here.
like Jesus from The Walking Dead.
Looks like Joseph C.
A little bit,
Look
huh?
at this little motherfucker.
It's John C.
Steal our
One of them.
jobs, but
Joseph
can't
is
even
the
stand
main
up.
one.
Yeah,
John is the one who's like, yes.
Say yes.
All right, so walk around, get beat up in public. Also, like, here's a question: do the androids feel pain? Connor got shot and shrugged it off, but like, nothing's happening here. I had this problem. So I had this problem when I played Read Only Memories too, which is where they used
Alright,
it's
enough. Leave it alone.
like people with gene
Let us teach this bastard a lesson.
splicing as like a stand-in for all with like
Damage it, I'm gonna have to find.
any type of minority they wanted, which was like somebody was like, you don't know what it's like for people to look at you as like a freak, and like I felt like, oh, that's like a transgender thing, but then they also made it into a race thing, and like sometimes allegories get too broad, and I wonder if this will like do whatever the hell it wants to do. But of course, are you ready for this?
Hit me.
Because we've all heard about this.
Hit me.
So we gotta wait for our bus.
Also, people in the chat saying 8K is not a lot of money. You gotta
8K is not a lot of money.
tell me the secrets, cause I wanna get to
The
your
government
level.
just taxed me $1,000 and I'm fucking pissed. What are you talking about? 8K?
Yo, they got the secret, man. Yo, hit us up afterwards. DM us.
I
Let me
work
know.
for a living and I get by the skin of my teeth. I'm in New York.
Well, yeah, that's.
Dude, it sucks. Also, back of the bus, Android compartment.
Oh shit.
Thanks, David Cage. Fucking
Wow.
A, man. Like, you know what?
Jeez.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna go for it. But also, like,
Damn.
what am I supposed to think? It's just a thing. It's just a thing you refer to.
Yeah, that's weird.
Man, if there's a scene where Android gets to like the front of the bus, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Move to Jersey, someone
Aaron,
says.
move to Jersey.
Yeah, but then I'd be in Jersey, man.
Oh, shots fired.
I'd very much rather be in Brooklyn, a place that's cool, full of nice people, and delicious carts that sell tamales. Like, can I miss some of this? Like, that looks like
That's
a
true.
thing. This looks like a thing that always happens. I get the package, and if I get the package, like, or maybe it's Divergent. I don't know how these really work. Yeah. No way there's that much stuff that can happen. What, I go back to the thing, like, I don't buy the package? This is straight up just the same neighborhood from Heavy Rain. What the fuck? Is Ethan Mars gonna show up? I never lost Sean again because I got an android. I saved him. I was a good father. He doesn't really sound like that, but in my brain he does. This is straight up, this is just Ethan Mars's house. Man, you have, like, they have just one image of what a poor neighborhood looks like, right?
Yeah.
It's just the same ramshackle place.
There's a lot of different hoods.
Instead of folks just like, I don't know, man, like, it's not just like, oh, I bought a house and the house's value is getting good and I can't pay for it. It's like landlords doing weird landlord shit. I don't know, man.
Sean.
You coming?
Shut up.
Damn.
Fucking A, dude.
I would be the worst.
Of course I'm coming. I'm your role. This is 100% Ethan Mars's house.
Like, take me back to the store.
What?
Take me back to Best Buy.
Okay,
I'm not
if I walk through the living room and right in the back is the kitchen.
The
Oh, God damn
washing,
it.
you cook the meals, and you take care of.
I don't know.
You got
God
AK
damn it,
for
where the
a
fuck's
robot.
Brett gone now?
But you can't get no paint.
Alice.
This really is just the Heavy Rain house.
Oh.
I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna see if it's.
That's
Whoa, where
Alice.
did you come from,
Look after
teleporting
her.
kid?
Homework.
Tell me more about the
bath,
teleporting
all that crap.
technology in the future.
Got it?
I get it. She was out of frame. Anything can
Get
happen
started
out of
down here,
frame.
then you do upstairs.
Damn. I should have put that $8,000 into the house though.
So you know she's a precocious kid because she has a stuffed animal. How else would I be able to empathize with her if she didn't have a fucking stuffed animal? I'm so cynical today. You know what?
It's cool. It's Thursday. We
Man,
we're almost there.
We're gonna get sushi after this.
Oh, we're gonna get sushi. Gonna have a good time. Have some oolong tea. All that.
I mean, I'm fascinated by this in the sense that, like, I want to. Now that I'm here, I gotta.
Maybe.
You know, my father always told me you don't
Depends
leave a
what you
job
need.
unfinished,
That's
half
true.
done.
Facts.
Back when he was like, be a man, and I was like, Dad, got some news for you.
Got some news.
Can I put this thing down, or do I need to get more trash?
You gotta pick up more trash because
Oh God,
this
is
dude
not,
is trash.
Not intuitive. He's garbage. But I need to do the dishes too. Oh, there's
Oh,
more.
damn, dog. That's how you get roaches. And
And he loves pizza. I mean, who doesn't love pizza? But this dude loves pizza.
yeah, word.
How much do you think it costs to have customized clothing that magically reads their game? See, look at
Yo, this is straight up the same house.
This is really very much Ethan Mars's house. Not
This is so
his
wild.
weird fancy apartment that he moves into
No.
with Madison. Another interesting thing in television and also just David Cage games is, like, Madison is a journalist and she lived in this massive apartment. Let me tell you, I live in a box. We all live in boxes.
Yeah. That's not real.
We live in boxes. We get on the same train, bad trains that are going out of
Oh my God.
that are getting thanks Cuomo. And then, like, I don't know. Man, like, look at this. Like, tell me more about this magical paper technology that just has, like, magical paper on it. Or maybe you don't need to give me the lore dump on that, but, like, you have fancy for, like, you know, all right, good camera angle. Okay, I can deal with that. Nice object in the foreground.
Nice framing.
Man, I don't know. It's like my dude here can buy an Android, and like the government can apparently just afford to constantly hand out weird glowy paper. But you tell me that you can't, like, there's no public works program to freaking help somebody with a ramshackle house?
You know what? I might believe it.
I'll paint this fucker's house for $8 grand.
Fuck, man.
Oh, it's a bookshelf. I wanted him to have, like, a weird clipboard of, like, conspiracy stuff. Oh, he's smoking weed?
I've made a good start down here. I'll head upstairs.
Do what you have to do, but stop bothering me.
Yeah, smoke it, dude.
Oh damn.
Do you think androids can get high? That's where my mind is going now.
I haven't read that novel yet.
Can androids get high?
Can androids get lit?
The not so good sequel to Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
Written by Paul Tamayo.
Mm-hmm. The Blade Runner. You are the Blade Runner. Whoa. Okay.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
What? Is he just like?
Big old room. Big old room. Damn. I'm your android watching your television.
And now to sports.
Okay.
First up,
Tell me about the world that we're in.
sports.
as the Gears prepare for their critical match with
The
Denver
Detroit
tonight
Gears.
at the CyberLife Arena
That's
in
kind of
Detroit,
it, actually.
big
I can deal with
negotiations
it.
are Still ongoing over the possibility of allowing one Android player per squad.
Okay, like,
Debate rages as to whether
that's
the change
stupid,
would lead to more
kind of, but
exciting
like,
matches or be the first step in
I
making
live in a
players
world
obsolete.
where people ask whether or not like transgender people can be on like wrestling teams. So yeah, people would talk about that. Man, they also love tossing in like weird French cartoons into games. There's an entire scene in Heavy Rain where a dude's like watching a scene of like a dude in a like a chicken in a kitchen.
Those are pretty good.
It's not as good as like watching Wallace and Gromit or something.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
It's the wrong trousers, Gromit. God, I love that movie. Does anybody think Kara should be in the cover of the game? I don't know. What does the cover of the game look like? Is it Jesse Williams?
Oh, yeah, it's Jesse Williams.
It's got to
looking
be.
right into your soul.
He's the biggest star.
Yeah, he's the big star. Grey's Anatomy. Oh damn.
Whoa.
Close up.
Can I lock it? I've unlocked a dialogue or action. Often beneficial. Man, I think about that all the time in daily life.
Yeah, I know. Often beneficial.
Where I'm like, I've learned a new topic. Often these are beneficial.
Paul will remember that.
I'm going to interface with my coworkers. I see you like guns.
All sports.
All of them?
Every sport.
Whoa. Okay, give me that. Give me that, world. See, the thing that I found interesting about Heavy Rain was that at the time it was this big experiment in like user interface and how you can control bodies, and like the idea that to brush your teeth you actually have to emulate that in real life, or like in order to open a doorknob you actually like twist something. And at the time it was novel, but I don't feel like that's really grown ever since then, in the sense that, okay, now some document's gonna fall out and it's gonna be a bank statement or something. Is he gonna send them off for adoption? I don't know. It's gonna be something.
Oh God, what is it?
Were you looking at my papers, Kara? How about you show me, game?
What? Are we not gonna? Okay, here it is. Here it is. What?
Game?
Can we not see it?
Did you not even show me what it was?
She hit it.
A tragic interlude with no point. Clean mess, get bed, urgent tasks. There's a lot of stuff going on. Ventilate room. That sounds... Whoa, that's a weird... I feel like the objective should say open the window, but maybe that's an attempt to make the objective window sound more like an android would perceive
Ventilate.
it. That could be the case, but I kind of doubt it.
Mr. Flower was asking some cool questions. Would you be consistently connected to the internet, starting a technological singularity?
Think they're all on the cloud?
I think they're all on the cloud.
Man.
Always online.
You know what? I've given it thought. I do a hive mind thing. I got nothing to hide.
Yeah. I got a Google Home.
Man, I go back and forth on that. I'm totally into the mind is your sovereign thing. Like, don't fuck with someone's mind. But also, like, maybe J.C. Denton was right. Maybe Helios is the way of the future. For all of you who understand my deep
cuts.
My deep Deus Ex cuts. Am I human?
Am I becoming human?
Am I Detroit?
Am I Detroit?
What is your name? Detroit. No, it's Kara. Detroit?
Oh shit, we missed the task in the room.
Oh shit, can I go back into the room, or is he in there? Is he gonna yell at me?
Whoa.
That seems like a very David Cage thing to do, be like, you
missed.
didn't ventilate my room!
You didn't ventilate, damn it!
What you doing?
Or are we dancer? Yo, that's deep.
Yeah, man.
That's deep. Did you write that? Did you come up with that?
Do you think? I don't know. Is the kid in the room? Whoa, let me make you game.
You got a knock, dog.
So this is 100% the scene where all like the
tidy up your
domestic
room a
abuse shit is gonna happen.
Oh,
To
for
which,
sure.
2 minutes.
to which,
Is that okay, Alice?
I believe it was at Eurogamer, and much power to them, right? Like Eurogamer, good reporting. talked to David Cage about it, and they were like, "Don't you feel? Is there any concern that you won't do this topic justice?" And I believe his first response, I'm not direct quoting here, I'm paraphrasing, was more like, "Would you ask that of a filmmaker?" And like, good on Eurogamer again. Their immediate response was yes.
Alice in
Right?
Wonderland.
Like, if you want to make games that are held to the whatever you think the higher standard that other art forms are, and here's a fucking notice for everybody. Games are already on the level of films. They're on the level of everything else. No medium's better than the other. Games aren't special. Movies aren't special. They're all good. Art is art, and it's fucking fantastic. I love art.
Talk that talk, Heather.
But then, like, if you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna make my things are gonna be more like films because I'm chasing after films because my name's David Cage or Hideo Kojima or whatever, and then like the minute you want to be held to the same standard as films, but then somebody calls you out on it, you want to be like you want to have that level of respect, and then somebody treats you with that level of respect and consideration, and then you go, you wouldn't ask this of like Steven Spielberg or whatever.
Like,
it's like,
nah,
of course
I
you fucking would.
I
You
definitely
kidding
would.
me? If Steven Spielberg made a pointless or potentially pointless domestic abuse scene, of course people would be like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Word.
Right?
Seems you like
You're not
reading.
getting, I mean, maybe you are getting extra attention because you're David Cage, but you're also the dude who tries to talk like your shit don't stink.
Damn.
And
Wow.
I say it all the time. I like Heavy Rain. I do because I'm a fool.
Yeah, I mean, we're all fools, right?
I'm a 100% fool.
Yeah.
Heavy Rain's cool, right? Like, there are some things I love in Heavy Rain, but like, dude, come on.
Yeah, man.
I'm worn out. I'm too cynical. Can I play guitar?
Yo, shred
Can
real
I
quick.
can tidy the guitar. Sorry I went on a rant.
No,
man.
that's
Like,
good. I like that.
you
I like
know,
that. That's
like,
what the viewers are here
listen,
for.
I'm
you know
here
what
to
I mean?
talk to you guys honestly
that
about
talk.
games, right? And I love games. Games are rad.
Yeah, but I mean, there's
But,
also
like-
a thing about, I mean, to
But like, let's
the chat
be
too.
serious.
Let's be
for a
real.
minute.
Yeah, like you can like something, but you could also have like major problems with it at the same time.
Yeah, man, and like, this isn't me saying that if you end up liking Detroit, that you're wrong
Right,
or whatever.
right,
This
right,
isn't
right.
me saying like, oh, Like, I don't think Fahrenheit was pretty good, but like, if you like Fahrenheit, whatever.
Yeah, man, good for you.
You know, like the things you like,
Word.
and my criticizing or having concerns about a thing that you might possibly like doesn't mean that you're wrong. It just means
Yeah.
that we have differences of opinion.
And like, it shouldn't, just consider it and like respect it, but it's not gonna necessarily completely impact your own personal thoughts on it.
I think I'm just leaping out of my shell right now because I'm so afraid of what's going to happen when this dad snaps. Because it is just a ticking time bomb, and I am waiting for this dad to do terrible stuff.
Yeah, with the reading about it in Kirk's review made me even just uncomfortable reading about it. And I'm
Man.
like really not looking forward to
Like,
it.
I feel like I'm in
sitting
the room
through
with it. It's like a Hitchcock thing. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah.
the bomb's going to go off, but also like,
I'm sure we used to
man,
be friends
sometimes your
before,
scene
as we
doesn't need a
said.
bomb.
Yeah.
Maybe we can be friends again.
Sometimes that tension doesn't necessarily need to get to like 100. It can,
I
it
know.
can sort
I
of
think
simmer.
I think I'd be fully into
Cara,
a scene of domesticity
nice.
that isn't predicated
How did you
upon
choose
also
it?
like this father that does a ton of weird stuff.
You
Like,
should
you
tell
can
me
just
about
show me
yourself.
domestic life. One of the
What you
things
like
that
to do,
actually
where
worked
you
in
like to
Heavy
go,
Rain during the
Your
scene
favorite foods.
where you're just at home
That
with
would
Sean
really help me.
and like you're making him dinner and stuff, but it's like that was just
What about your mother?
a scene of like
Will
a
she be
sad
here
dad
soon?
and his kid. And it worked, and there wasn't a big thing where all of a sudden like everything exploded.
Yo,
Right? There's some restraint there.
chat, be cool. Everybody be cool, man.
Oh, precocious child. A key. What box does it open? Oh, thank you for telling me, Cam. You opening that box, Cara? Whoa. Actually, whoa, hold on. Fucking hit me up with that shit again, game. Oh. Oh, this is my favorite thing about the game so far. Hold on. Are you fucking kidding me? That's gorgeous. Oh, boy. One more time.
Yeah, let's do it for the culture.
Oh, man, hit me with your kinematics.
That's pretty cool.
Damn it, man. Yeah. Somebody says it's important to engage with problematic stuff. I got a lot of thoughts about how deep I want to go with this game. Maybe I don't go that deep, right? But, you know.
I mean,
And if you
people in
have-
the chat are loving you talk that talk, but
And man, like, if you have discomfort with stuff like...
I Am Veggie
you
just
know.
says just don't miss the tasks though.
No,
We're
because
trying, we're trying.
Because dad's gonna get on my shit if I
Yeah,
do.
yeah, we try
And
not
by
to.
that I mean dad.
Well, those are like real people in those photos.
Yeah. Not androids. They're real people.
They're
No.
really humans.
Well, you just keep these things here, huh? I mean, I get it. Dad would probably know. Oh man, this is very on the nose, huh?
Jam.
But also, I guess she has to learn about it somehow. A little contrived. He's beaten up other robots before. That's not good.
Yeah, he's got bread.
Yeah, did he buy another
He spent all
android?
this money for these robots.
Has he paid $16,000 total on androids?
As far as we know.
16 or 1,600? I said 60. What? I said 16,000. That would be absurd. What? I can't do math right now.
16,000
I'm
is
so
right.
I'm so mad and flustered that I can't do numbers in my
Maybe you get a
head.
discount on the second one.
Man, you know who could have done that math for me? Kara.
Kara. Hey, Kara.
Expensive calculator.
Okay, Kara.
Dude, I'm just waiting for it
This is unrelated, but every time I say, "Are you serious?" my phone goes off.
all the time. Are you serious?
Siri. I am often serious. Yeah, yeah.
Does it hear you?
Yeah, because I have the Hey Siri thing enabled.
I'm playing.
See, I don't have a lot of stuff enabled on my phone because I don't trust Apple or the government.
Yeah.
My father has one of those Alexa things,
I have a Google Home.
and I'm like, you know,
I'm okay
if
with
you
it.
say stuff to
Take a
Alexa,
job,
like the cops
take
are
care of his
probably
family.
not that my father would say anything that the cops
Don't
would
you
be
think I
interested
tried
in.
to
Like,
make
hey,
things
don't.
work?
Shit's listening to you. Don't do it. People
whatever
already
I
know
do,
what I
when
want
someone
for
comes along, they just
Christmas
fuck it all
somehow.
up.
Ooh, okay. Yep, here it is.
I know what you think of me. You hate me. You hate me, don't you?
Dude, I don't got time for your David
Say
Cage
it.
World bullshit.
You hate me!
Jesus.
God. What am I doing?
Good question.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Look at the facial capture
You
on
know I
that
love
stuff,
you,
though.
don't you?
Yeah, it's
I'll give
You know
that.
I love
incredible.
you.
He's gonna hit the kid, though. Or is it gonna stop there? Man, they're just building to it. Whoa, there's no way there's this much stuff. Can I move the screen?
Oh, someone's saying it's hard to hear the game now. Just turn it back down.
Sorry, I'm talking.
No, that's cool.
Clean the first floor.
We'll try and be quiet during the
How does-
tenser scenes.
How's that? I did clean the first floor, I thought. Why is there just this blank thing? And then look at me, though. Cleanliness. Next to godliness. Kara sees gun. Doesn't unlock things yet. Kara discovers a way down. Oh, opening the door on the second floor makes me know that if I want to leave the house later, presumably when this guy finally goes nuke, then I can just head out the window. Okay. Texture's not loading. Sorry, video game. Let's see what Jesse Williams is up to,
Yeah.
and then we might stop depending on how long the scene goes. One scene more for sure. Sorry that I'm rambling, but you know.
No, that's what I'm here for.
Dude, I don't know. Like, this is not to dunk on folks who are gonna be like, hey, 9 out of 10 or whatever, but also like, probably not, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, what the fuck is this? These houses are never real people
Damn,
houses.
that's a
They're
fly
always fucking
house.
scenes. They're always dioramas from some fucking high schooler. Some art student who wants to show off the fact that they got stippling right or something.
Damn.
Fucking A,
Shots
dude. I'm
fired.
so tired. Why is that the thing that's messing with me? Also, Android birds. Tell me about the Android birds.
Oh, it's an Android bird?
We just have them? Great. I can turn the birds on and off. Can people turn me on?
I'd pay for an Android bird.
God damn.
If my Google Home could fly around my house,
Remember in
that'd be
Blade
kinda
Runner
lit.
when like Deckard's just like, is it real? With the owl?
Oh, yeah.
And you learn that owls are actually like super expensive now?
Oh, man. They're
That
so
was
cute.
That was cool.
Owls are real cute.
They are good.
They're also terrifying.
Dude, like, God bless the environmental artist who like nailed that stuff, because like that looks good.
That looks good.
Look at the texturing
I
on
could
that
smell
and
the
everything.
paint.
But also like, would it kill me? Would it kill me in a David Cage game to see a real fucking house? Would it? I don't know, man.
You don't even take your shoes off walking up
Dude,
that carpet. That's
I'm
just
going-
disrespectful. You came up from outside.
I'm going from one place to another to another to another. This is just the library from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, man.
Stay out of the West Wing.
Look at that
Marie, the baguettes. Hurry up. Going wild. Nothing will ever beat Ethan Mars's house. Well, I mean, like, we were basically just there.
Yeah.
It was very close. I mean, there's nothing up here. Hey, look at Jesse Williams. It's like he's right here, looking at my soul. Ready?
Oh my God, he's looking right at me.
You guys getting sushi later?
Heather, he's looking. You want to come get sushi?
I mean,
Yeah, he's not even into. He just walked right. Oh wait, that's disrespectful, Jesse Williams.
He wouldn't give me the time of day.
I feel like Jesse Williams is.
Well,
a,
maybe
is
he
a cool
would,
dude.
but like he's a
busy guy.
He's got a lot on his mind. He's a smart
Yeah,
dude.
He's a real smart dude. He's super woke. I like that.
Whoa, automatic doors? Oh god, weird future world. I'm okay with it, but I'm also, I don't know. Wake Carl upstairs. What is this? Like some sort of plant thing? Is it going to be like, yes, you tended to the plant? There was like a yellow thing there.
This game makes me want to play
Is it
House
on the
Flipper.
table? Oh, it's on the table. Of just like, hey, I'm gonna bring him food. Oh god, camera. Oh, it's doing one of those Quantic Dream
look.
camera things.
Look at the thing.
Oh boy. I don't know, man. Things feel a little too clean right now. Maybe that's the point. Maybe it's supposed to be this contrast thing, right?
It's very vibrant.
When's he gonna wake up? Save the world. Start the revolution. Did you know in the scene where they start to revolt, it's like there's like a meter where it's like, hey, like you're doing it like calm and like not breaking windows, and another where it's like, hey, no, you're breaking windows.
You broke a window, dog.
Man, it's just like taking all this like the language of rioting and the idea of like, what does it mean? Like, dude, like of course, like man, property's fucked up. Of course you're gonna destroy it when you feel shit. And then like there's just this whole meter that's just like, did you destroy the windows?
You missed a window.
And like if the game wants to guilt me on that, the answer is goddamn right, I broke the windows. What do I hit to get this one? Oh, I hit this. When I was a young boy, my father. Don't remember the lyrics to that song because I don't remember things right now. See the Black Parade. Yeah, this is not like a real person's home. Well, I get it. Like they're probably like a rich, famous painter or whatever.
It's like it's Jim Carrey's house.
Oh, you think?
It's probably Jim Carrey.
Yeah. Okay, where do I tried going upstairs and I didn't find exactly where I want to go. I guess I go all the way up. Look at this. Look at this weird like
Zebra.
I mean, if that's real zebra, fuck that guy.
What is that, velvet?
See my vest. See my vest. Made from real gorilla chest. See my sweater. Nothing better than authentic Irish setter.
Man, you know what? I really like getting on streams and hearing Heather sing. I gotta say, it's like one of the things that
see this hat. 'Twas my
gets
cat.
me through a day.
Is he over here? Oh, I didn't see this in the corner.
Eric said, "Heather, don't do this to me. I have to work." I think they're referring to the song, the little song you were singing earlier.
Took me to the city.
Good morning, Carl.
Good morning.
Okay, what's up,
It's
man?
10 a.m.
It's Jim Carrey. Oh, no, it's not.
The weather is partly cloudy, 54 degrees,
Thanks, Siri.
80% humidity with a strong possibility.
That's
of
what my Google Home
afternoon
does to me
showers.
every morning. I swear.
It
I
sounds
go,
like
"What's
a
the
good
weather
day
like?"
to
Or
spend
"Good
in
morning."
bed.
Let's see what this guy's up to.
I did go to pick up the paint that you ordered.
Oh, yes, I've forgotten. That is the difference between you and me, right, Marcus? You never forget anything.
Show me your arm, please, Carl.
No.
Carl. Thank you.
I just opened my eyes and I'm already gritting my teeth.
Smash that like button.
I was waiting
it's
for
just a
smash.
fragile
Like, comment,
machine.
and subscribe if you like antibiotics.
They break down so quickly. All this effort to keep them going.
You're my android friend, Marcus. Thank
What
you.
happened to your clothes?
He got beat up.
Oh, it's nothing. Just some demonstrators in the street, Carl.
What a bunch of idiots. They think they can stop
he's one of the good
progress
android
by roughing
owners.
up a few androids. I hope they didn't harm you.
Oh, no. They just pushed me around, Carl. I'm fine. Okay. I'll take you to the bathroom now.
Oh man. What's my prompt gonna be when I have to shake off some of the tinkle? I got problems, fam.
Motion controls, yo.
Oh,
I
interesting.
don't know what's happening.
What if I drop it? Oh, see, like in Heavy Rain, they would let you fuck up. But here, of course, they're not gonna let me like intentionally drop like a frail old man.
Yeah.
Judacious cut. I will say this. I like playing a game that has camera cuts after playing God of War. God of War, a game that I ended up... I have problems with it, but I ended up liking it a little bit more once I got into the combat or whatever. But I know not everybody's going to make it that far. But, you know, single camera take, cool in theory, but also... You can do a lot with like an insert. Like,
Yeah.
like, you know?
Man, that would have been cool if they used like one cut.
Anything special
You know?
on the agenda
Like, if you
today?
did it
Yes,
really
there's the
well,
opening of your
sure.
retrospective
Oh,
at the
snap, the
Museum of
camera
Modern
cut.
Art.
I think a lot about the
Gallery
ways
director
that...
left 4 messages asking to confirm your
Like, we're
attendance.
very often behind, like video games at
haven't
least, and I,
decided
like I
yet.
sains I love video games. Games rule.
We'll see
But like
about that
games
later.
are always like a little bit
Okay.
behind in like their visual language from films.
Sure.
Just your
So
usual
it's like-
fan mail. I've already answered.
So it's like now people like once they've understood that your camera isn't
Any
this
news
thing
from
that's locked
Leo?
to the player, that you can do
No.
like all sorts of stuff.
I can call him if you like.
No. No,
Right.
don't bother.
Some people get it, some people don't. One of the things I liked about A Way Out, which is also a kind of a narrative game like this, which I highly recommend people play with a friend.
It's a good game.
Me and my coworker Gita played it and we loved it.
You wrote a great
Starving.
review.
There's
Two
some
of you.
there's some
Well, your
really cool
breakfast
stuff
is
in there where
ready.
they actually use like
Bacon,
camera
eggs,
cuts really
just
well.
the way you like them.
Thank you, Marcus.
You're welcome.
Maybe a little bit more ambitiously than even this. And I don't know, I like the fact that you can make a camera do anything. I like the fact in games, kind of like when we were talking about the way this could be even more sci-fi, is that you can build all sorts of stuff. Instead of building like all sorts of sci-fi, I get like these weird caricature houses
Television.
and stuff like that. And it's like they're all still gorgeous. Like all the artists who are working on this, all the facial capture people, all the actors, like they're selling it, right? But
Oh yeah.
there's always that part of me that goes like, man, like go for it, man. Stop playing it safe.
Why don't you find something to do while I finish my breakfast?
Sure. Okay, Carl.
It's got to be a lot of fun though as a performer to do like a robot role.
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting stuff.
I want to do. So what I'm basically saying is I want to be a robot. I want to be in someone's play or something. So
Thank you, people, for watching Kotaku.
hit me up if you would like me to be in your play.
What game would you like me to play today?
I can stream whatever game you would like.
Can I?
Smash that like button.
It doesn't want me to leave the room. I just want to see if it actually lets me.
Shout me out in the comments.
Thank you, Kotaku.
Video games forever.
Kotaku.com. Can I play chess? Or is it just letting me look at the chess? Weird-looking chess pieces. Which one's the funny little bishop? Do I play chess against myself?
Sit down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, he's just resetting.
Oh, are they going to let me play an
Fancy
actual
game
game
of
of chess?
chess.
Or is it going to be a thing where they just go
Sure,
like,
yeah.
R1 to win.
Speed
yeah, or
chess.
like
Speed chess
choose
it
to
is.
lose or something, which is something that Dragon Age does a little bit, but you know. Yeah,
Oh,
there
you
there
see?
it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're not giving me time to hit the button from, man. I'm gonna lose.
Oh,
You let me win,
that
Marcus.
was just a little bit too easy. Are your circuits rusty, or you're just taking pity on an old man?
Oh, look at Truth or Lie, though.
Neither. Carl, you just played better.
Never throw a man.
I like
Liar, Marcus.
I like the implication of that
win,
prompt. Look at that. I'll
That's
put on
what
my
got
critical hat for a
humanity
minute.
where it is
A prompt
today.
where I'm a robot, where I can choose to lie or choose truth.
A little bit of dramatic irony.
But
for
then
you.
also,
One
I
day
guess
I
the
won't
game
be here
probably
to
wants to
take care of
convince me
anymore.
for a while that these aren't really
You'll
human
have to
people when
protect
they
yourself
awaken to their selfhood or something.
and
But
make
it's like,
your
no,
choices.
that prompt shows that they
Decide
already
who
have
you
it.
are. and want to become.
Oh, he's like pitching narrative
This
games to me.
world doesn't like those who are different, Marcus.
Choose who you want to become.
Don't let anyone tell you who you
Dovahkiin.
should be.
I'm super down. I don't know how to say your name. I'm gonna just call you
Let's go
Shouty.
to the studio.
Said I should be Robo Tim in the upcoming Play Born Stupid.
Oh, you think you can do it?
I could do it. I could put a wig on.
We can have like a bunch of Tim droids.
Oh,
Tim
yeah.
androids. Our Shadows of the Empire content would skyrocket.
Oh man, that video's so
That
good.
video is super good.
Y'all
If you
should
guys
watch
haven't
that
seen
video.
on our channel,
So good.
I mean, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream, but also like Tim sat down with his friend Brent
So
and
good.
did an entire walkthrough of Shadow of the Empire's Gaul spaceport level, which is actually
So
one of my
fire.
favorites too.
Same.
I like the one after it though, because it's the speeder bike level on Tatooine, which is super good.
So good. That game is like super underrated.
The one before it's bad because I think that's the train level with
Oh,
IG-88,
that is
which
the
I'm not
worst-
into.
The worst level.
But
I
I
think
like
in history.
I like that game a ton, and Tim did like an hour-long analysis of that level. It's a really good video game level.
Hey
Let's
Paul,
see
by the
where
way,
we
we're gonna
left
be
off.
wrapping up soon. Maybe after this
Remove
scene.
the
But,
sheet.
Yeah, I think after we're done with this scene, we'll probably stop.
the archive will be on our page though, and I'll put a little timestamp to let you
Yeah,
know
the
when it
nice
starts.
thing about Facebook Live is that like it goes up pretty quick, and I think even depending on the settings of a channel, I don't know if we have it,
YouTube.
but you can actually go like oh, did I say Facebook?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I'm back in 2016.
It's all good.
We used to have to.
We're in
we
2038
We used
now.
to do Facebook Live,
Yeah,
is why I said that.
2038.
But YouTube usually you can have that archive right away, which is nice. Man, I just don't know.
Oh, thanks guys. Yeah, we also love Tim. Tim's the best.
Yeah, man, I see a lot of gorgeous work. But I also see like wasted potential on a world, and then I wonder like, what is the price of this gorgeous work? Like,
Yeah.
considering the things that people have said, which again they deny. Just like, to what length do people in the industry have to go to make these sorts of things, and is there a better way? I mean, of course there's a better way. I just think about it a lot. Because, man, this is, like, there are things about this game that are, like, gorgeous. Like, as much as I am like, oh, this isn't, like, a real setting, like, it's good looking. The characters are nice. The colors are rich. But, like, did some dude stay up till, like, 1 and miss his, like, his kid's birthday or some shit? Like, I don't know.
So,
Think about that shit.
Yeah.
what's your
ponder
verdict,
it.
Marcus?
Put it in your hat and think about it on a rainy day. I like it.
That's a
Yes,
good. I like
there is something about it. Something I can't quite define.
How
I
would you?
guess I like it.
So I guess what are
The
your
truth
thoughts
is,
so
I have
far?
nothing
How would I
left to
rate
say
this?
How would
anymore.
you rate it?
I'm just
Yeah.
curious
You
enough
rate
to
it, though,
continue
it's
as somebody
why it
who's
brings me
engaged
closer
with a
to
lot
the
of
end.
Cage's work.
I'm just
Until
an old
now, I
man
have a lot of
clinging to
fears
his
that it's using
brushes.
all allegory with no bite.
But enough about me.
I struggle personally with the fact
Let's
that like
see if
maybe
you
I'm
have any
curious about this
talent.
game, but there's been controversy about
Give it a try.
the studio
painting
and
something.
things like that. As
Paint?
somebody who
What would
wants
I-
to make more
painting
informed
what?
decisions about what I'm
Anything you
playing,
want.
it's like
Give it a try.
I think about those things. I'm interested in enough because I want to see like how it plays out, like because it could be a gorgeous mess, or who knows, it could surprise me and be brilliant. I think it's probably going to be the first, so I'm interested. But like I can't slap a number on it after a couple scenes or whatever.
Yes, I agree. Let the game industry unionize.
Jesus. Yeah, dude, join unions, man.
Join unions, y'all. Also, we're probably gonna be streaming again later on today. Not the two of us, but
No, it should be,
it should be
Jason and Chris, maybe.
Yeah, Jason and Chris, and then we're gonna try to be doing some more streams regularly because we like talking to you guys live. So
Yeah, and I
it's
mean,
fun.
I there's a lot of stuff that's prevented me from doing streaming on our Twitch channel. I hope to eventually bring it back. I'm in the middle of a review process for.
That is a perfect copy.
I'm finishing up Dark Souls Remastered, so I can
Reality.
give you guys a proper review of it
painting is
on
not
like
about
Tuesday or something. I'll have some tips for that
replicating
game
the
tomorrow for
world,
people
it's
who
about
maybe are picking that up.
interpreting and improving
I
on
haven't
it.
played it before.
Showing
As things
something
loosen
you
up,
see.
especially after E3, we'll get back
Carl, I
to,
don't
at least I will,
think
on
I
Twitch.
can
I'll do
do
more
that if
nightly
I'm on my
streams
program.
and things like that. We were
Go
playing
on, go.
Killer
Try
7,
that
which is
canvas.
wild, and then Nier Automata, which is a game that probably handles robot stuff better than this. I don't know.
it's a good game. That's a great game.
Nier Automata's rad.
Do something for me. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Why is
Trust me.
Lance Henriksen animated like a Muppet?
Yeah. It's funny
Try to
because
imagine something that doesn't exist, something you've never
he
seen.
played
Now
somebody who was maybe a
concentrate
robot, like in Alien 3. Don't
how
they
it
establish
makes
that
you
he's a
feel.
robot
and let your hands
Excuse me.
drift
when he
across
shows up
Forgot about
as
that.
when he shows up as what's his name? Is he Wayland or Yutani? He's one of the two.
Oh, I forget. This was David Fincher's.
David Fincher's Alien 3, controversy.
Controversial.
People don't like that one as much.
I don't think he liked that one as much.
No, I hear it was like not fun to work on.
Yeah.
But also that the original script was all weird. It was like monks on a world made out of wood and all sorts of interesting stuff.
Nice. Chris hopped in the chat. Thanks, Chris.
Hey, what's up, man?
We're gonna play Bloodstained at 4, so yeah, tune in.
Yeah,
That's gonna be real
Bloodstained.
cool.
They're playing not Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, but they're going to be playing the 2D one that came out today, which is Bloodstained Circle of the Moon. Bloodstained, for those of you who maybe don't know, is the Kickstarter game funded by made and developed by Koji Igarashi, who is behind a lot of the Castlevania games that you all know and love. So Symphony of the Night, and a couple other things. He actually is not behind my favorite Castlevania game, which is Circle of the Moon, which is funny because the one that they have here is called Circle of the Night or whatever.
Also, shout out to Rob, who said in Alien 3 he was playing Mr. Wayland.
If this dude's like a junkie robber or something,
Dad.
that'd be bad. Oh no, it's his kid. Thank God.
He's got a beanie on. You can't trust him.
I didn't hear you come in.
Oh, I was in the neighborhood.
God, he's got
Thought
that
I'd
great
stop
voice.
by. It's been a while, right?
Have you talked with my robot? I can't do a Lance Henriksen
You all
voice.
right?
Have you met Jesse?
You don't look so good.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Hey, listen, I need some cash, Dad.
Man, they're all caricatures.
Again?
Yeah.
But then again, Lance Henriksen, pretty
What happened to the
cool.
money I
Jesse
just
Williams,
gave
cool.
you?
Like
Yeah.
what a cast.
Seriously.
It
Damn,
just
man.
goes, you know?
Yeah, you're on it again, aren't you?
Yeah, you could
No.
easily cosplay as one
no,
of these.
I swear it's not that.
Don't
Thanks.
lie to me, Leo.
What difference does it make? I just need some cash. That's all.
Damn, Leo.
Sorry. The answer's no.
What? Why?
You know why.
Yeah, I think I do know why. you'd rather take care of your plastic toy here than your own son.
It's
right?
all
Tell me, Dad, what's
so
it got
broad.
that I don't? Smarter, more obedient, not like me, right? But you know what? This thing is not your son.
Give me
It's
an
a
option to
fucking
headbutt this thing.
machine.
Leo,
God, they're
that's
all. It's
enough.
always so broad.
Press
So I think
R1 to
I think
enough.
it was Kirk today. What did he say in the thing? He says like,
You don't care about anything. except
What was the
yourself
quote?
and
It was
your
like,
goddamn paintings.
Detroit become human subtlety
never
is
loved
always
anyone.
prelude to
You
its
never loved
history
me, Dad.
to its histrionics,
Hmm.
which is a nice way of saying
never
all the
loved me.
calm stuff always explodes into like really broad. Like there's definitely a pattern to the things that we're seeing right now,
For sure.
which is just like quiet, slow moment, and then like the big thing. And I got to imagine that gets fatiguing. Who knows? Also, he loves cops. A lot of his games just have cops.
Just have random cops.
In Fahrenheit, you play as 2 cops. In Heavy Rain, you're an FBI agent. In this, you're a robot cop.
Robot cop.
There's-
Robocop.
Dude likes cops.
Yo.
Take that for what you will.
You get a Robocop game.
I
Remember
think
that real bad Robocop game for like the Xbox?
I do.
It was real bad.
I remember the real bad Rambo games too.
Oh my god. Just shouting out Blue in the chat. He says you have a great voice for a radio talk show.
We both have great voices.
Yeah, I
for
think we
radio.
should do like
Thank
a
you guys
morning
for
radio.
watching.
Thank you so much for
watching
tuning
us
in.
play Beyond Two Souls. Oh, sorry, Detroit Become Human.
No, but for real though, thanks for hanging out with us,
Yeah, it's-
everybody. It was
man,
a lot of fun.
It's always good. We love you guys.
Yeah, we love y'all, and we'll stick around 4 p.m. We're gonna be streaming some Bloodstained.
Yeah,
and
take it easy.
yeah, see you later.
See you guys.